Hey DHS, it's your girl Angel Marie. I'm afraid that my time with the Warhorse is going to be coming to an end as I am going to be graduating. That is so crazy for me to say. It's been a heck of a year and I've been so blessed to be able to share a bunch of different content with you guys, coming from photo galleries, different articles on culture and coming of age stuff, and most importantly, professional wrestling. Now, professional wrestling is near and dear to my heart, as most of you guys know already. And with my wrestling content, it's usually just me talking about what's going to be going on at a show, what happened at a show, the aftermath, and all that. It's me speaking. Now, as a farewell to the Warhorse, I wanted to go ahead and spotlight the stars of the show. Instead of me just talking about what's going on at the show, I want the wrestlers to share their story and why they love wrestling. So without any further ado, let's get into the video.
Bienvenidos a todos. Es yo, el corazón de Rio Grande, Animo. You see, I'm nearing my third year of wrestling. I've been to so many places, wrestled so many people, big names to people just starting out. And you know what? I love it. Part of the reason why I love this is because I get to test myself every single day. There was a time in my life where I wanted nothing more than to just be on the sidelines and do nothing. But I got the chance to be more, to be something and make somebody out of myself. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. Because by the end of however long my wrestling career is, I'm going to leave a legacy. One that'll always be remembered.
This is pretty badass Armani Sage, but you already knew that. And I've been wrestling for the past 2 years, making my mark all across Texas. The reason why I got into wrestling is because I just enjoy being better than everybody else, every aspect of everything in life. And that's what I love about professional wrestling.
My name is Brock Ali, and I started my wrestling journey 3 years ago here at the Hybrid School of Wrestling. I've been actively wrestling for a year and 3 months, and this has been my dream ever since I was a kid. I love this because my father introduced me to it, and it's something that we can bond over, and it's something that I can bond over with the fans. I love being able to make the fans have an emotion, have a feeling towards something. I love being able to take them away. That's what makes me happy about professional wrestling. I do it for the fans. I love the fans.
Hey everyone, it's the main attraction, Devin Carter, and I've been wrestling for about 4.5 years now. I started in 2022, so yeah, about 4 years. And the reason why I love wrestling so much or got into wrestling is because honestly, it's an escape from reality. I know everyone personally has their own demons that they fight, and honestly, it takes a lot out of you, but wrestling is that one thing that you can come to, that you can put all that behind you and just enjoy everything. Honestly, you enjoy a show, you enjoy people getting hurt. It's everything in one. And honestly, wrestling saved my life so many times, and I encourage more people to come out to watch wrestling because what we do and what y'all bring as fans is something so amazing. So thank you so much.
I'm the Marauder Diego Renay. I've been wrestling for about 6 years now, and there's a multitude of reasons why I love wrestling. But the main idea is this: storytelling. You sit down every week and you watch a TV show. You sit down every week and you read a comic book. You read the funnies in the newspaper. You watch the news. You wait for the next episode. You wait for the next exciting moment. That's why I watch wrestling, because anything can happen and anything will happen. I love wrestling for the sheer storytelling and unprecedented things that can happen. You never know who's going to show up or what's going to go down or who's going to get hurt or who's going to succeed or who's going to follow their dreams. And every time it happens, it's a shock. It's a surprise. It's something that we never see coming, and you don't even want to see it coming. You can try to predict it all you want, but at the end of the day, it's just as shocking as going to the theater and seeing the next big movie. Only we get to watch it every single week, multiple times a week, and I get to live it. Not just on TV and in front of, I want to say hundreds, thousands, or millions of people, but here in public, here in front of 100 people, in front of 50 people, in front of 250 people. And no matter how many people are out there, we're going to give the same amount of energy every single time. I love wrestling because it gives us a chance to tell stories. It gives us a chance to entertain, and it gives us a chance to live out our childhood dreams.
My name is Freakshow. I have been training as a pro wrestler for 3 years. I've been wrestling actively for a year. And what wrestling means to me is pretty much the world. I was a little kid and I was stuck at a Big Lots and I didn't know what to get. So my dad gave me some figures and said, here, you should get these. And from then on, it was the rest of my life. It became something that connected me and him. Scared my mom, but for me, it was the connection I had with my dad. And then as I got older, the appreciation for the storytelling and connecting with a certain person that I wanted to connect with people on my own. So just the energy and the feeling that I get when I walk out, or the moment I'm in the ring to the moment I leave, if there's just one smile on someone's face, then I know that I did my job. And this just means the absolute world that I get to do this.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is J-Fly here, and I'm going to answer this question for Angel real quick. So why do I love wrestling and how long I've been wrestling? So I've been wrestling for about 2 years now, and I love wrestling because I always grew up watching it as a fan, and now that I'm doing it professionally, it's like an even deeper love. It's like more like connecting with the crowd and the fans and stuff like that. Like, you kind of fall in love with it all over again in a different aspect, and it's something that I've always been driven to, and something that I'm always going to keep pushing for. I grew up an athlete, so being able to do this now at a high level is very exciting and something new. But yeah, I wouldn't change or look back at all whenever I made the decision to be a wrestler. Recommend coming check out one of these hybrid shows. And thank you, Good Angel, for having me on here. So I really appreciate you.
My name is Jae Young, also known as Mr. Beat It Up, also known as Mr. Like That, also known as Breakaway Brewery Champion. And I've been wrestling for around 4.5 years now. And the reason I love wrestling is just the energy I get from the crowd every time I hit the curtain and the way I feel in the ring, and obviously the championships that I win.
Hola a todos, yo soy Kalientita, la chica más picosa, hybrid School of Wrestling's best female superstar to have ever come from here. Yes, even over Ren Sinclair. I said it. I have been wrestling for almost 3 years now. August will be my 3 years, which is crazy. I know you're like so talented, so young, so charismatic, and only 3 years. It takes people decades to be this good sometimes, so you're all welcome. And what got me into wrestling? I mean, the characters, the stories, the moments. I started watching wrestling when I was 9 years old, and the very first segment I ever saw, many of you will be like, what the hell is that? Was when this infamous group called The Shield broke up. And I was like, why are the fans freaking out? Like, why is everybody so mad? So I tuned in the next week, and the promos, the story they were telling, how angry, how hurt everybody was. I was hooked. I was addicted. Nothing in my life has ever made me feel as much as wrestling has, whether it's happy, sad, angry, whatever it is. Wrestling is nothing but an emotion, moments, and it's been really fulfilling, and it's kept me on the right track, believe it or not, my whole life since I was 10 years old, because I'd probably be out on the streets being a bad person if it wasn't for wrestling. So it's definitely saved my life, and yeah.
Hello, I'm Third Strap Revolver Superstar Mike Gunne. I started training probably about 2 years and some change ago. The whole reason why I even started training or why I wanted to become a wrestler was because I went through a big dark path in my life. I embraced all of the bad things that turn you into a villain, and I'm not proud of it, but I also embrace it because I am who I am today because of it. And when I started to take a turn, I wanted to contact back the things in life that connected to my childhood. And I realized when I was a kid, I was a huge wrestling fan. We couldn't afford cable, so if we didn't have cable, we couldn't watch wrestling, and I would cry on Mondays and Thursdays because back then SmackDown was on Thursday. And Cody's return at WrestleMania is the first match I watched since I was a kid, and I realized I have always been a little bit of wrestling, and I just needed to find my way back to it. So it's to the kid that I grew up as, who had the dreams and would pray every night that he could be Randy Orton. That's why I do that today, and here I am at the Hybrid School of Wrestling.
I'm Zakai Living, and I've been wrestling for a few years now. And the reason why I love wrestling is to bring all different people, shapes, sizes, culture, religion together for pure entertainment. And you can snap on that.
I hope you guys enjoy those interviews as much as I enjoyed getting to film them. I just wanted to share why I love wrestling to close out. It's for so many different reasons. I love wrestling because it's opened so many different doors for me in so many different aspects. I've made so many different connections, and now those friends have become family at this point to me. Not just with the fans, but also with wrestlers, even the ones that I hate on the most. I love wrestling because it helped me do a plethora of so many different things, you know, photography, interviewing, hosting podcasts, being a guest on people's podcasts. And it's so crazy to think that I've walked up to people before and they're like, hey, I know who you are. It is so crazy to be known. The reason I love wrestling is because it gets me hyped up and it gives me something to look forward to. I've had my fair share of battles with depression in my life. Honestly speaking, if it wasn't for pro wrestling, I don't think that I'd be standing here talking to you guys right now. Wrestling just gives me hope for life. I hope to be able to continue a career in professional wrestling, whether it be actually wrestling or maybe even just interviewing, doing photography like I've done before, commentating, any way, shape, or form that I can get myself into wrestling, I want to do it because wrestling means so much to me. I love wrestling, and I'm so glad that I've been able to share it with all of you guys on the Warhorse. That's what I've wanted to do this whole entire year, is to be able to share my love of wrestling with you guys, because if I can entertain someone and make them happy, at the end of the day, it makes me feel happy and makes me feel like I've accomplished something, and it's so beautiful. That is all I have for you guys. So for the final time, my name is Angel Marie, and I'll see you guys later, DHS.